Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Future I. Dear students, I am here with maths key answers of today's exam. I hope you have done it well and kindly check it out the answers. Let's jump into the question section, children. The very first question is, the nth term of an arithmetic progression is an is equals to 4n plus 5. Then its fifth term is, see in this problem, nth term is given and asking to find the fifth term. Therefore, in the place of n, you want to substitute the 5. See, I have done it here. And simplify here, 4 5 is 20 and 5 write as it is. 20 add to 5, you will get 25. Hence, for this question, the right answer is option C, 25. Question number 2, children. When the quadratic equation 5x square equals to 2 into 2x plus 3 is expressed in the standard form, the constant term obtained is. So for this I have done solution here, children. Actually it is not in standard form. Hence 5x square is equals to 2 multiplied to 2x, you will get 4x. Again 2 multiplied to 3 will get 6. Now 4x and 6 both are on right hand side, bring it on left. So we'll get minus 4x minus 6. And here they are asking about constant term. C value, I mean minus 6 is constant term. Therefore for this question minus 6 is right. Question number 3, children. X minus 2y equals to 0 and 3x plus 4y minus 20 equals to 0 are. I mean they are asking whether these are intersecting, coincident, parallel or perpendicular lines. So for that we need to find the ratios. See, I found it here. A1 by A2 is equals to 1 by 3. B1 by B2 also we get minus 1 by 2. It means minus 2 by 4 simplify will get minus 1 by 2. So as you see these ratios, they are not equal. It means A1 by A2 is not equals to B1 by B2, which says these are intersecting lines. Hence for this question option A is right. Next question, children. The pair of equation of lines as shown in the graph are. As you observe this graph, here there are two lines and both the lines are intersecting at this point. So this coordinate they have given 1, 0. Now you wanted to check this is solution for which lines, I mean which pair of lines. So for that what values we have got it here, 1, 0, I mean x value is 1 and y value 0. That you wanted to put it here in the equations and you wanted to check it out whether it will be verified or not. So here the right answer is option C, children. I have done it here. So consider the first equation, that is 2x minus y equals to 2, and in the place of x put 1 and in the place of y put 0 and simplify will get 2 equals to 2. Similarly, consider the second equation, 4x minus y equals to 4, and in the place of x substitute 1 and in the place of y substitute 0. We get 4 equals to 4. Hence for this question the right answer is option C. Next question, children. If the pair of linear equation in two variables a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equals to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equals to 0 are parallel lines, then the correct relation of their coefficient is. See here two equations general form they have given and clearly they said that these two are parallel lines. So when the lines are parallel, it will be related to a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2, which is not equals to c1 by c2. Hence option A is right. Question number 6, children. If the pair of lines 2x plus 3y plus 7 equals to 0 and ax plus by plus 14 is equals to 0 are coincident. They clearly said these two are coincident. Coincident means all ratios are equal. Then we need to find the values of A and B. So for that, see, I have written the ratio here and substitute the values. A1 by A2 means 2 by A, B1 by B2 means 3 by B, and C1 by C2 means 7 by 14. Now observe only 7 by 14, children. So what is the simplest form of 7 by 14? That is 1 by 2. Here also you wanted to get 1 by 2. Hence B value should be 6. Here also you wanted to get 1 by 2. Hence A value should be 4. That I have clearly mentioned here. Hence for this question the right answer is option C, 4 and 6. Next question, children. Which of the following is an arithmetic progression? Very simple progressions they have given. Option B is right. See here 5 minus 1 you do it, you will get 4. 9 minus 5 you do it, you will get 4. It means common difference is 4 for this. And if you see for other progressions, you will not get common difference is same. Hence option B is right for this. Next question, children. The 11th term of arithmetic progression -3, -1, 1, 3, so on is. Here one progression is given and asking to find the 11th term. So first we need to identify the first term. A equals to -3 and B equals to 2. And now find the 11th term. 11th term we can write it as A plus 10B. Substitute the values. It gives the answer is 17. Hence option D is right for this question. Question number 9, children. And I said this type of question is very, very important. And same kind of the question we seen in model question paper 2, children. The sum of first 10 terms of arithmetic progression is 155. It means 10 terms sum is given. And the sum of first 9 terms, that is 126. And we need to find the 10th term. So for that we need to use the formula this an is equals to Sn minus 1 and substitute the values. See here 155 minus 126 means you wanted to subtract this. It gives the answer 29. Hence for this question the right answer is option C, 29. Question number 10, children. One root of the equation 2x square plus ax plus 6 is equals to 0 is 2. Then the value of a is. See here one quadratic equation is given and its one root they have given, that is 2. I many times said every quadratic equation has two values. One value is given. That value put it in the place of x. See, I have done it here. In the place of x I substituted the values and I have got a equals to -7. And for this question the right answer is option C, -7. If you want proper explanation you just go through this. Otherwise let me explain now. See, 2 into 2 is 4. For 2 is 8 I'll get. 2 into a is 2a and 6 is as it is. Now 8 add to 6 will get 14 plus 2a is equals to 0 and simplify, that gives our answer. Next question number 11, children. The discriminant of quadratic equation px square plus qx plus r equals to 0 is. See, we need to find the discriminant for this equation. Actually your equation is not in the form of px square plus px plus c equals to 0. Instead of that it is in the form of px square plus qx plus r equals to 0. Hence, not to confuse, first write off the as usual discriminant b square minus 4ac. Now in the place of b what is present, q is present, hence q substitute. In the place of a substitute p and in the place of c substitute r. Hence we will get that q square is equals to minus 4pr. Hence option A is right. Question number 12, children. If 4x 10 are in arithmetic progression, then the value of x. So to solve this we wanted to use mean finding formula, that is b is equals to a plus c by 2 and substitute the values. 4 plus 10 by 2. 4 plus 10 gives 14. 14 by 2 is nothing but 7. Hence for this question the right option is D, 7. Question number 13, children. The roots of quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0 are. Quadratic formula you wanted to write. Option A is right. Minus b plus r minus root b square minus 4ac by 2a. Question number 14, children. The roots of the equation x minus 3 into x plus 2 is equals to 0 are. See here already they have factorized. Only thing is you wanted to equate the 0 for both the equation. That is the thing you wanted to do it here. Means 0 is present for x minus 3 as well as for x plus 2. See, I have done it here. X minus 3 equals to 0 or x plus 2 equals to 0. Now minus 3 transfer this side, we get x equals to 3 and plus 2 transfer that side, we get minus 2. Hence x value is 3 or minus 2. Hence option B is right. Question number 15, children. And this is such a simple question it is. If the sum of two consecutive integer is 27, then the integers are. They are asking sum of two continuous number is 27. See here 7 and 20. I mean in the option A, 7 and 20, these are not at all consecutive numbers. Directly you can delete off. 13 and 14. 13 and 14 are consecutive numbers. If you add, you will get 27. And see the option C. 1 and 26 are not at all consecutive numbers. And minus 13 and minus 14 are consecutive numbers. But if you add, you will get minus 27, not plus 27. Hence for this, option B is right. Question number 16, children. In the figure, the value of sine theta. Here one right triangle given and perpendicular base and hypotenuse values they have only given. And theta is the reference angle. When theta is reference angle, its opposite side. So this is the perpendicular or opposite side. And this is the hypotenuse. What is the ratio of sine, children? That is perpendicular by hypotenuse. Otherwise, opposite side by hypotenuse. Substitute the values, will get 1 by 2. Hence, for this question, the right answer is 1 by 2. Question number 17, children. The value of sine 30 degree plus cos 60 degree minus tan 45 degree is. Very simple. Substitute these values. Sine 30 degree values 1 by 2. Cos 60 degrees values 1 by 2. And tan 45 degree is 1. Now add these two. 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 will get 1. So 1 minus 1 gives 0. Hence for this question the right answer is D, 0. Question number 18 children. 3 plus sec squared theta is equals to. So this we wanted to solve by using trigonometric identity, that is 1 plus tan squared theta is equals to sec squared theta. See what value they have given here, 3 plus sec squared theta, isn't it? So it means here on right hand side they are adding 3. That's why here I added 3. See, whenever you are adding something to any one side, on other side also you have to add same thing. Hence here I added 3. So when I added 3, this 3 and this one I added and I have got 4. It means 4 plus tan square theta is equals to sec square theta plus 3 I have got. Hence the right answer is option A, 4 plus tan square theta. Question number 19 children. The angle of elevation of top of a tower from a point on the ground which is 30 meters away from the foot of the tower is 30 degree. Then the height of the tower is. Height of the tower is asking, and they have given that angle of elevation, that is 30 degree, and the distance from foot of the tower to a point is given, that is 30 meters. So if you look at this figure, I have mentioned everything clearly. And see, this is the reference angle, children. When this is reference angle, this will be the perpendicular, and this is the base. So perpendicular value we need to find, base value they have given. It means you wanted to use tan ratio. So tan 30 degree is equals to P by 30. So tan 30 degree value is 1 by root 3 children. P by 30 will be as it is, and simplify, you will get it that 30 by root 3. And in denominator there is root 3. Hence root 3 you wanted to rationalize. Therefore both numerator and denominator multiply by root 3 and simplify, you will get answer is 10 root 3. Therefore option E is C, 10 root 3 meter. Question number 20 children, simple one. The value of sin theta into cos theta is. So sin theta you write as it is, and cosec theta we wanted to write it as 1 by sin theta, because cosec theta is the reciprocal of sin theta. The sin theta and sin theta will get cancelled, and we get answer is 1. Hence for this question option B is right. Question number 21 children. The formula to find the midpoint of the line segment joining the points x1, y1, x2, y2 is. Here you wanted to write section formula, and in the section formula here the point is midpoint. Hence option A is right, x2 plus x1 by 2, y2 plus y1 by 2. Question number 22 children. So it is related to distance formula. The distance between the points x1, y1 and x2, y2 is. So I think many children could have done wrong. They could have ticked for B, but correct option is A, root x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. I said 100 times x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square, we can write it as x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. So option A is right children, and moreover don't forget to put the root. Question number 23 children. The value among the observation of most repeated score. Those who have watched yesterday's last minute video, I have covered all these things. The most repeated score we call it as mod, hence option B is right. Question number 24 children. The mean of the following scores. You wanted to find mean. There are 4 scores they have given, and these are not grouped data, ungrouped data only. How to find the mean? So you wanted to use the formula x bar is equals to sigma x divided by n. Otherwise sum of observations divided by number of observations. Now add all the scores. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 gives 16. And 16 divided by 4, and it gives answer is 4. Hence for this question the right option is D, 4. Question number 25 children. I said on this definitely problem will be there. The relation among the mean, mod and median is. That is 3 median is equals to mod plus 2 mean. Otherwise 2 mean plus mod. So option A is right for this question. Question number 26 children. A cylinder made of wax is melted and recast completely into a sphere. It means conversion of cylinder to sphere is taking place. Then the volume of the sphere is. In volume there will be no change. 2 times the volume of the cylinder wrong. Half the volume of the cylinder wrong. 3 times the volume of the cylinder wrong. Option D is correct, equal to the volume of the cylinder. Question number 27, children. The formula to find the midpoint of class interval. Midpoint is nothing but class mark. That is upper limit plus lower limit by 2. That's what I am saying. Those who watched yesterday's last minute video easily would have go for all these questions. Question number 28, children, which is related to Thales theorem. In the triangle ABC, XY is parallel to BC. Then many ratios they have given here, and B1 is the correct option. Directly you can observe. This is the concept of Thales theorem. So AX by BX, upper part by lower part is equal to upper part by lower part, AY by CY. That's all. Very simple. Option B is right for question number 28. Question number 29, children. Observe the given two triangles and then identify the length of DE. So here two triangles given, and these two triangles are similar triangles. By looking at these values we can easily observe, and we need to find the value of DF. See these values, 3.8. So how much they multiplied for 3.8 to get 7.6? That is 2. And look at here now, 6 is that. How much they multiplied to 6 to get 12? It means 2. Therefore 3 root 2 also you have to multiply by 2. It gives our answer option A, 6 root 2 centimeter. Option A is right for this question, 6 root 2 centimeter. Question number 30, children. In triangle ABC and PQR, area of ABC is 64 centimeter square and area of triangle PQR is 100 centimeter square. If AB equals to 8 centimeter, then the length of PQ. So I said on this definitely problem will be there. See here, areas of triangles given, and they are asking to find length of its corresponding sides. So I clearly said whenever area is given, if they ask corresponding sides, find the root of the given values. That's what they did here. See, root of 64, they got it 8. Now what you wanted to do, find the root of 100. That you will get 10. So option C is right. Question number 31. This kind of questions I have explained in my triangles multiple choice question video, children. In the triangle, angle B equals to 90 degree, BD is perpendicular to AC, if AB equals to 6 centimeter, BC equals to 8 centimeter, then the length of CD is, and here one figure is given. So to find the length of CD, first of all, you wanted to write the ratios like this, children. So for my understanding, I have written the triangles like this. Now you wanted to write the ratios like this, children. BC by DC equals to AC by BC. Now substitute the values and simplify. You will get 10 CD equals to 64. Later on 10 transfer that side. It gives answer 6.4 centimeter. Option B is right. Question number 32, children. In the given figure, AT is tangent drawn at point A to the circle with center O such that OT equals to 4 centimeter. Means this is 4 centimeter. And OTA equals to 30 degree. This is 30 degree. It is reference angle. Then AT length we wanted to find. When 30 is reference angle, this is perpendicular, and this is what? Base. And base we don't know. They are asking to find the base. It means adjacent side, and we know hypotenuse. So base and hypotenuse is related to which one? That is for cos. And here you wanted to use cos 30 degree thing. So cos 30 degree is equals to 80 by 4. Cos 30 degree value is root 3 by 2. And simplify these things, we'll get 80 equals to 2 root 3 centimeter. Hence option C is right for this. Question number 33, children. In the given figure, PA, PBC and CD means 3 tangents they have drawn. Are the tangents to a circle with center O. If PC equals to 8 centimeter, AP equals to 5 centimeter, then find the length of the CD. Observe the figure properly. Without calculating, you can guess of the answers. See, AP they said 5 centimeter. If AP is 5 centimeter, this PB also should be 5 centimeter because tangent drawn at external point to circle are equal. But PC full is 8 centimeter. When PB is 5 centimeter, it has to be 3. When it is 3 centimeter, it has to be 3 centimeter because the tangent drawn from external points are equal. Therefore, CD value is how much? 3 centimeter. Option B is right. Question number 34, children. The wrong statement in the following is: a tangent to a circle touches circle exactly at one point. Exactly correct. It is tangent touches the circle at only one point. Next, when a straight line is drawn to a circle, it always passes through a point on the circle. This is wrong. Sometimes it may passes through one point, and sometimes it may passes through 2 points. When it has to become a secant, it has to touch at 2 points. Hence, this statement is wrong. And the third one is the point common to the circle and its tangent is called point of the contact. Yes, this is correct. Option D, the tangent drawn at any point in a circle is perpendicular to the radius drawn at the point of contact. This is the first theorem in circle chapter. This is also correct. Hence, for this question, the right answer is option B. Next question, children. This is related to construction of tangent to a circle from an external point. Very simple question it is. Which is the next step of construction while constructing a pair of tangent to a circle from an external point T given in the figure? See here, this is the figure they have given, and here few options they have given. After this, what you wanted to do? You wanted to join these two points. This point join to this point. That's all you wanted to do. Hence, option A is correct for this question. After constructing perpendiculars only, you will get these circles, second circle. So without the second circle, you cannot draw the tangents at all. So option C also wrong. So this is meaningless statement. Option D is. So next question number 36. And I said this is very important because this kind of question repeated in almost all model question papers. The surface area of sphere is 616 square centimeter. Then the radius is. So use the formula 4 pi r square is equal to 616 and simplify, you'll get it r value 7. Hence option D, 7 centimeter. Question number 37. Volume of cone as shown in the figure. So volume of cone finding formula you wanted to write. That is 1 by 3 pi r square h. Question number 38. This is a nice one. The formula to find total surface area of right circular based cylinder of base r centimeter and height h centimeter opened at one end. See, one end is opened. So what you wanted to do? So you wanted to take curved surface area 2 pi rh and upper part is not opened. Okay, so area of circle pi r square. So formula will get pi r square plus 2 pi rh centimeter square. See, I have shaded here this region. I mean, they clearly not mentioned whether the top or bottom end is open. They said that only one end is opened. So anyone, either top can be opened or bottom can be opened. But the thing is, how do you find the area of this figure? That is pi r square plus 2 pi rh. So option A is right for this. And next question number 39, children. To find curved surface area of frustum of a cone as shown in the figure is. How do you find frustum of cone finding formula? When CSA we wanted to write. So that is 1 by 3. No, that is wrong. So option C is correct. Pi L into R1 plus R2. So last question, children. The total surface area of solid hemisphere. So hemisphere, solid hemisphere total surface area is given, that is 462 centimeter square. With the curved surface area is 308 centimeter square. Then the area of base of the hemisphere. So for that you wanted to use this concept 3 pi r square, that is TSA of hemisphere minus CSA of hemisphere. So you will get pi r square. It means 462 subtract 308. 308 subtract from 462, it gives 154 centimeter square. Hence option C is right. So very simple question paper it was, children. So I hope you would have done in very good manner. And I wish for everyone to get the good marks. Thank you, children.